Imagine recording this last night.
Oh, dude, that would have been bad.
That would have been so funny. We should have.
No, it would have been bad.
We should have. I think we should
I don't think we
definitely
could have
should
done
have.
it.
Oh, why are you saying like that? That's weird.
What's weird?
I don't know.
I
You got any funny stories?
don't know.
I don't know if you can top. Well, they didn't get to see Denton's story, but
Yeah, I can't top that story anyways. I know the story.
I don't know if anybody could. That's probably one of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You don't
I
even,
didn't
and you
get
don't
to
even,
hear it all.
yeah, you don't even know it. And I deleted all the video, so you didn't get to do it. One thing though that Denton always did was when I went to take a drink, Denton would take a drink. We can't take drinks at the same time. But yeah, well, I suppose we can start doing the actual podcast.
See, I'm just some dumb college student basically. I'm out here living my life now.
Some gay bowling guy.
Yeah, gay bowling guy, as you call it.
Should have kept it in your pants.
I did.
For 18 years, you have.
Yep.
Oh,
That's why I'm on the board.
dude, should I? We should just make it fat bitches only on the go.
We can get patience in there.
As we just sit here and don't say nothing.
Yes, sir.
So, dude, I don't know. I know about you, but they probably don't know about you. And also, you don't have to like be specific on things. If you want to, you can. I don't care.
Well, this is my little child here. Actually, speaking of the devil, this man made some bomb-ass breakfasts today for all of us. So, but see, I'm just some dumb college student basically. I'm out here living my life now.
Some gay bowling guy.
Yeah, gay bowling guy, as you'd call it.
Well, you're wearing the shirt.
Represent.
Shouts out Iowa Central.
Yep. Go team. Free gear, free merch.
I didn't get no free gear. Oh, you mean for you?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
I was like, I got some. But basically, Mr. Boy over here has been living a relationship the last few years, and now he's like a new man because he's different.
Oh,
he's got a new life. We gotta know who I am.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that though.
Well, I mean, we can.
Do you want to?
I don't got no problem with it.
I don't think it's you that have the problem.
That's not her problem. She can't. She ain't gonna listen to it anyways.
That's valid. What if she does?
Then what's she gonna do? Get mad at me? She's already mad at me.
It's valid.
Double valid now.
Should have kept it in your pants.
I did.
For 18 years, you have.
Yep.
Oh.
That's why I'm on the bowling team, guys.
Dude, I'm gonna have back-to-back virgins on the show.
Denton?
Tom.
Or Tom? When's he getting
Shouts out Tom.
Shouts out Tom.
Oh. By the way, you didn't get to see it, but I end every show now with "Cut It, Tom" because me and Denton said a lot of things that needed to be cut, so we just kept saying "Cut it." But then that episode never got released.
Yeah, sad day.
It's probably a
great episode.
Probably a good thing.
That would have been a good episode for number one.
I don't know. It was struggle. It's been a struggle doing this. Couldn't get video of Denton's episode. Second guy didn't even show up.
Who was number two?
It was supposed to be Matt that I work with. He's really funny.
No, we're gonna get this thing popping. You're gonna have a whole couch set up, double couch.
Yeah, I really like the beanbag chair, but I kind of want to get a couch.
I mean, here's the thing: is when you get big, because
when I get big, I'm gonna probably just rent a studio.
That's true.
Or at least find somewhere that I could do this, because like I'm not gonna keep these forever. I'm hopefully gonna be getting a professional camera shortly.
And the regular mic, like the actual mics.
Yeah, like the big ones.
Yeah.
What an interesting.
The big ones.
The big ones.
As you talked about big ones.
Oh, speaking of big ones.
Oh, huh?
Steelers are laying one right now.
Well, we ain't even gonna talk about that again. The Steelers, yeah, they're getting. Let's not have that word.
But yeah, dude, it's gonna suck too because they're thinking about selling my house.
Yeah.
So if they do sell it, I have no idea where I would do this. I mean, I could do it at Mariah's grandma's.
Pull up to Iowa Central.
Dude, should I? We should just make it fat bitches only on the go.
We can get patience in there.
I know more than just her at Iowa Central.
Yeah, you know me.
and Mia.
and me,
That's it. Ethan used to go there, but he doesn't obviously anymore.
obviously.
So, are you gonna transfer somewhere else after 2 years?
So the original plan was,
Damn, you move a lot.
yeah, the original plan was, said person and I were gonna both go to Iowa next year. I was only gonna go 1 year because I have 1 year done already.
Did they have bowling at Iowa?
No,
So you were
they
just
have
gonna go
club.
just to go?
Yeah, I was gonna transfer to university anyways. They have club bowling, but
Yeah, but I don't know how cheap Iowa Central is. I'm sure it's cheaper than going to a university though.
yeah,
Like Pablo,
I
shout
think
out Pablo, who didn't come up here
Morningside.
by the way.
He's doing his little business down there.
He's jacking off.
Mhm.
Oh,
He's taking a shit.
oh, is he coming up after?
I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, I think my total bill after FAFSA and everything was only $3,000 for the first semester.
You know what mine was at WIT after FAFSA? $49.
I mean, you live $49.
Yeah, paid $49 out of pocket.
What the hell?
But I did just get emails that I have to start paying that shortly.
Oh yeah, huh?
Because I for some reason in 2019 I got thrown into the COVID club, even though I dropped out after one semester. Shouts out Finish Line.
Hashtag Kyle.
Oof, name dropping.
He made it a year. He made it a year.
I wish he'd go back. So what is he gonna do? He should be on the podcast.
He wants to go. Right now, he's trying to get in at either Rex or Mark Hansen with Mark Hansen or.
Oh, so he's like actively looking for
Yeah, he's been looking
for like a mechanic's job then.
Yeah, and then
Why don't he just open up his little shop? I mean, I know he don't got money for that, but
that reason right there.
boys, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Dude, we should totally do podcasts like small episodes next year when we're racing.
dude,
We should do it from inside the car.
inside the car.
Just have these.
Yeah,
That'd be funny. I wonder how far this reaches.
you probably wouldn't hear it though.
Mm,
Sport Compact's pretty quiet. Anybody want to sponsor us? Let us know.
Yeah, for real. And the podcast.
This podcast is going to sponsor us for free.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
Well, yeah, because it's my podcast and I'm going to be paying for the car too. So I mean,
Exactly.
not necessarily free.
I mean, I guess it's not free, but
I'm totally down for Super Nationals though next year.
let's get this car first.
What happens if we're really good? Like, what happens just like
well,
right
if
after
we're really
the
good, of course we can go.
I think if we're really good, I'll just buy my own car. We can just have a team.
We'd definitely be going there.
We'll be the next Home Pride.
Jesus, I don't know about that.
Did they have? Is that even a thing anymore? I'm pretty sure they changed their name.
No, there's a Home Pride in Omaha right next.
No. I know, but that's not the team name anymore?
Oh,
because Mike Nichols races for him still, but he doesn't have Home Pride on his car.
SSS.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I know what it is. No one that's watching is gonna care. So
or no,
they probably don't even know. Most people that are watching this right now don't know what the Super Nationals are. Tom don't know what the Super Nationals are. He's gonna have no idea.
Well, don't talk about Tom like that. Me and Tom are virgins for life.
What did he say?
Virgins for life.
Me and Denton talked about Tom's guys once.
Okay.
On our episode, which didn't get released, but I feel like we're not cussing enough.
Fuck.
There you go. There you got it. That right there, that got us demonetized on YouTube.
Oh, I said another.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. Yep,
come on.
Here we go.
I was, when I was planning this whole thing, I wanted to do like game segments. I had a segment called "Is it illegal?" Age play was going to be the first one I asked about. You think that'd be illegal? You think age play is illegal? Should it be illegal if it's not?
What do you mean by that?
Do you know what age play is?
Not really.
So age play is when someone, well, you know what role playing is. Mm-hmm. It's like that. So you're role playing as usually someone younger. Like you have a girl, it's like what Wander Franco's probably doing. Just he's doing it for real and not playing.
Stop it. Get some help.
Shouts out Wander Franco.
Nope.
And all the 14-year-old girls.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Cancel culture is gone.
Yeah. Anyway, do you think that should be illegal? Because you're not really doing it with someone younger. You know what I mean? But you're thinking, you're role playing, fantasizing about it being someone younger.
I mean, there's no actions, and it's not like you're saying it specifically to somebody younger. So I feel
Well,
like
no, but you're doing like I mean, I don't think it should be illegal, but it's definitely weird.
it's unethical. I
It's
think it's
for sure weird.
It's legal, but it's unethical.
I mean, murder's technically legal. You just when
Can't
you
get
get
caught.
caught, it becomes illegal.
This is very true.
Everything's legal until you get caught.
Suppose so.
But yeah, dude. So I had that. I had whose knees are these? I was gonna blow up pictures of celebrities' knees, see if my guest can guess who it is.
To be honest, I don't pay attention to many people's knees.
Nobody does. That's why it was gonna be fun. Dude, you're on a podcast called Fat Bitches Only. You really think anything here's got any sense that's gonna be made?
Oh, let me pull up somebody's knees right now.
There was another one. What was it? Oh, it was gonna be Guess the Shot. I was gonna buy like 4 or 5 shooters.
Yeah.
If you do pull up a picture, you're gonna have to send it to me because then we will
get it on the thing.
Yeah, we'll get it on the thing so people know. I feel like I should do it though. I'm the host.
No. We'll each do one.
We'll each do one. Okay.
Okay.
Really quick before we do that, I bought pods in front of Mariah's dad the other day. It was a little awkward. They know I vape.
Then why was it that awkward?
Because it was the first time.
You didn't
I don't do it around them.
You didn't go to a football game last Friday night and have to stand there and talk to your ex-girlfriend's dad.
Well, that's just because you're a pussy.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It was awkward.
It's not that awkward.
It was slightly awkward.
I've talked to ex's family members after we've broken up.
But, you know.
One of them didn't speak English. But
I probably shouldn't say that, but what I wanted to say.
Say what? Yeah, probably not. Well, if they're not going to watch it.
Well, there's
maybe we could get it. Maybe we could get his office to sponsor us.
Not them. I'm talking about her.
Do you think? You finding one here or what?
Yeah, I've got it.
Make like a graphic for like whose knees were these or something. That'd be fun.
Got it. Ready? Are you ready for this picture?
Got it. Okay. Megan Fox.
Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see here.
Here's my generator, and then you gotta go to the other page. I think that maybe not. I think I looked up John Wayne in that.
What do you mean generator?
Look up random celebrity generator. Unless you have someone you already want to say.
Random celebrity generator.
I was gonna say this. It was awkward because she doesn't even want to talk to me, but
I mean, maybe.
But it's fine. It's fine. I mean, like we said, I get why, but at the same time, I don't get why. So.
I feel like I should do someone that I think you would know too, probably. Because like I've most of these people, I've known like 3 of them.
I know there's some of them I don't really know.
I need to quit doing that. Oh, Ronald Dahl just came up. Do you know who that is? He's like a children's book writer. For what? I don't remember. It was a weird book. It wasn't Harry Potter.
What did Ronald Dahl write?
From Super Bowl and
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. What a guy. Oh, that was a good one.
Whose knees are these, bruh?
Whose knees are these, dude? I should be able to find a picture of this guy's knees. Oh, it's a guy.
Gay!
It's a dude, guys. Hey, at least you guessed the right gender.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, I feel like they were very feminine knees, but
Though what he's wearing kind of gives it away a little
definitely
bit.
a swimmer. Is that Michael Phelps?
It is Michael Phelps, dude. Good job, bro.
There we go.
That's crazy. Well, I want to do one. I want to do one now.
These?
I want to do one now that you won't know. This swimmer, I guess it would have been hard to. Oh, I deleted that picture. I bet I could find it again.
Just a little life update here, guys. Iowa Central men's bowling team chasing the ring this year. We had a bowling marathon. Hit Josh up if you want to donate and sponsor us. Fundraising right here. Had a bowling
I feel
marathon.
like these same people that didn't care about. First of all, Jennifer Aniston has some ashy knees.
She definitely did. But bowling marathon, bowled 10 games, ate some food. I got second place, but only first place got a ball, but it's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
I don't think I'm going to be able to find pictures of this person's knees.
See, I got John Wayne first, and I thought it was a good one, but then I realized he probably never wore shorts.
Yeah, see, this guy, I don't think I've ever seen wear shorts either. I had someone in my head though, and now I forgot. It's so weird to like be like, hey, who's this person's knees? Like,
You know what's really weird? College, bro. Like
here we go. This
the
is a good
first
one.
week I was at college, I was living a rough life. Like, how often am I actually away from my family? Besides when I came here for the one weekend. Oh, look at your search.
Son of a bitch.
Got him!
I was gonna guess like Danny Duncan though.
Okay, well, I got one more then.
Logan Paul. I got it right.
It was
I'm
Logan
2
Paul.
for 2, guys.
You're 1 for 1.
1.5 for 1.
You had a handicap on the second one.
Yeah.
Shout out handicap people.
Speaking of handicap, do you know how many friggin' parking violations there's been at school already?
Why? For people parking
People
in
parking
handicap
in
spots?
handicap and then in no parking spots.
That's because people are stupid.
Yeah, and it's a boot every time. It's so funny.
Really? So
Yeah.
how do you like not? You have to go pay to get it
Yeah,
off. How much
25
is it?
bucks.
Oh, that's it
Yeah, exactly.
for like one
Like
for
if
like
you
one
do it
thing.
one time, yeah. If you do it one time, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But like,
You know how much it is to get a parking ticket at Morningside? $100.
Mm.
Mariah got it, and then she went and got a parking pass last year, and then just got it forgiven. And then this year she goes, "Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get a parking pass." I said, "Okay, well, you're gonna get one when you get a parking ticket because it's gonna happen."
yeah. See, I don't know how it works if you get so many violations if they eventually tow it because I know the other day we had one get towed. That's a tough feeling because then you got to find a ride over to get it and have to prove it's yours.
Right. Okay,
Hey.
so this is gonna be a one picture of like one knee.
Hey, we're officially vehicle shopping for me, so that means we're getting one step closer.
Dude, I'm excited.
It'll be fun. I think it'll be great.
All right.
Ooh, definitely a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Did I?
You don't have anything in it that'll tell me.
Well, I tried getting the jersey out of it.
I just see black shorts. Looks like got yellow shoes on, black socks. I mean, I'm seeing some green in the blurred background, so I don't know if this is a Celtic.
Who else is green? The Bucks.
Not here.
Here, you grab it.
Context clues.
You just take it. I might set timers for this game now because, well,
Yeah.
I'll be more prepared next time.
Oh, this is Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it is.
I only know because he's got his Duke number 0 tattoo on.
Bruh, for real? Let me
Yeah.
see.
Right there on the left side or the right.
God
left side.
damn it. Anyway.
Save that to photos. 2.5 for 2.5.
You were 2 for 2. I'm not giving you a half on the handicap.
I mean, you kind of did that too.
Yeah, dude, we had a fucking good time last night. We won't go into details, but definitely fun time last night. We should do that more often.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Maybe not the one specific part every time, but I mean if we do it like once every couple months, I feel like I could definitely handle that because there was a lot consumed last night.
A lot of water.
Yeah.
And I was peeing all night from.
Yeah, dude, it was
Breakfast
fun time.
Hit today.
Breakfast did hit, dude. Them pizza rolls hit last night.
They were cold.
And I was eating them with ketchup.
I know.
I said Pablo is the one that he ate the first one, and he goes, "You need to like eat these with ketchup or something." I was like, "All right,"
and just went with it, not even.
And I went with it, dude. I couldn't taste it. So I mean, realistically, it's not that bad. I just don't have ranch. Otherwise, I would have had ranch with them. Obviously, you know.
Yeah. School experience. What do I want to say here? I feel like I got a good story to tell you about the school year so far.
If I know anything about Iowa Central, it's either nerdy kids or it's people in sports that just fucking drink a lot.
Well, yeah, kind of. Our building, you literally walk in, and as soon as you walk in the main door, just there's a straight up smell of marijuana, and it's like someone's having a good time.
Did I tell you one day when I was at work? I was still working during the day, and whatever the football league that like the Bandits are in.
Oh yeah.
The Selena, whoever came up, they were playing Sioux City, and like 5 or 6 of them walked in, and it was straight weed. Like it was crazy.
I can't stand the smell of weed, dude.
I can't either.
I will get an immediate headache. Shout out to learning that in Las Vegas.
Shout out to Ganja.
Shout out to going to Vegas for a girl.
Yeah, dude. I would have preferred you stayed with that one.
I mean, it was fun, but distance didn't work, and now she's here, and now it's
So, in short terms, literally, long distance didn't work, and she came back too late. Realistically,
basically is what it kind of came down to.
Didn't her and Kyle date too when they were like really young?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
mean, she was our neighbor, so.
Well, yeah. Do you remember? Go ahead.
She ain't gonna watch this anyway, so we could say
probably not. Do you remember when we would go in front of that house and we would like race on the scooters like we were at Daytona on that sidewalk?
Because of the oval.
Because of the D shape.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so fun.
It was.
I remember
the RC cars too. We did it with the RC cars.
Yeah, but that was like last year.
No,
I'm talking about like
way
when we
before
were
last
like younger, like when I lived up the street.
We used to do it way before last year too.
But I didn't. You guys probably did.
No, because you were there. Because we taped it to the top of the. We taped our phones on it and recorded.
When?
It was a long time
Oh
ago.
yeah, I do remember that.
And
that was when I bought one too.
And then I lost a wheel on mine.
Dude, we used to do so much. We hung out all the time when I was younger.
We were basically like neighbors.
So anyway, so I have a funny story. I actually just told my grandma this story the other day. So people ask me all the time, like when they ask me like who I like in football, I always say the Cowboys. They ask me why, and I said, well, my dad's a Cowboys fan. I don't know why I'm a Royals fan. I don't know why I'm a Penguins fan. I think I became a set Penguins fan when Gensel got drafted, for sure.
Before we get to the story, let's actually talk about that. How'd you become a Royals fan?
I don't know. So I became a Royals fan 2 years before, in 2013. So that was 2 years before they got to the World Series, and then they won the World Series in 2016. Yeah, they did. No, they didn't because the Cubs
won
did.
in 2016.
The Royals won in 2015. Yeah, the Royals won in 2015 because Kyle Busch won the championship in 2015. I had a good year for sports in 2015 because the Penguins also won the Stanley Cup.
I haven't had a good year in sports since 2016.
So in 2015, Kyle Busch won the NASCAR championship. The Royals won the World Series, and the Penguins won their first of the back-to-back Stanley Cups.
2016 was actually a bad year because that was the year Kevin Durant left the Thunder.
Bro, the Thunder suck, dude.
Bro, we're on the upcome. Don't even.
No, you're not, dude. Shea
is a baller, bro.
Shea, it's one dude. That'd be like saying if the Warriors got rid of everybody, that Steph Curry would lead them to a finals championship.
This is true, but Shea, the best thing to ever happen to his career was to go to the Thunder because he doesn't.
The Thunder are the Browns of the NBA.
He doesn't have that star.
The Thunder are the Browns of the NBA, and I'm not gonna change my mind.
Look.
Actually, it's probably the Rockets now.
Well, right now it's looking like the Steelers, not the Browns. But.
Dude, they sucked before they scored that touchdown. Anyway, so back to my story. So, people always ask me how I became a NASCAR fan. Like, my dad and my mom were NASCAR fans. Well, my mom liked Jimmy Johnson because he was hot, but my dad liked NASCAR, but I don't remember ever sitting down and watching NASCAR with him. I remember, though, one time you guys were out at the campground with your grandma when she had that camper when we were super young. And my grandma, my mom, and I came out. And then you and your brothers and I were sitting there playing. You guys had some NASCAR diecast. And the one that I liked was the silver Snickers Kyle Busch car. It was the car of tomorrow. And it was really funny. And I remember the specific detail because of what happened. But you guys had the letter J on the bottom of that car. I'm assuming because it was Josh's. Like I'm assuming you guys each had your own.
Probably.
And I don't think I've ever told Josh the story either. So I really hope he listens to this. But
at least this little section.
Huh?
At least this section.
Right. Well, it'll be about a half hour in because the first video was 14 minutes. This one was 12. The second one was 12. But I stole that car. I took it home. And I think I don't think that made me a NASCAR fan. I think it made me start liking Kyle Busch. So, like, just over the last about month, that's what I've started telling people. That's why I started liking Kyle Busch.
Here's the funny part is nobody even knew that ever happened.
I know. And you know what's really funny? Not too long after that, Josh and I were we would hang out and we would play with them. And I would always have that one. And I remember one day he goes, "Oh, that looks like ours."
Does
good,
it?
good thing you didn't flip it over.
Look pretty familiar, does it?
Yeah, that's the only car. You remember when I would take like white out and like color over them?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only car I didn't do that to. I think I still have it. I think it's in the bag downstairs. Actually, as a matter of fact, I have a bag full of the 1/64 scale. We can look after this.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a funny story. I just told my grandma that story like 2 weeks ago.
I miss those days though when we would.
That little sand pit. That sand pit
Not
was the
even that.
best.
Even when you would like make the tracks,
I was thinking about doing that again.
it would be fun. But I don't know. I feel
Like
like
I think it would just give me something to do.
yeah, maybe we wouldn't even have to. I mean, we could still record them. I think it was fun. I know you never recorded, did you?
I tried once I
think
started
it was
learning
fun
what
to
stop
do.
motion was. But that's a lot of work
Like I would do it again.
and editing stuff that I don't have the power to. That's why Tom's editing the podcast.
Right. No, those were the good days. The sand pile, burnt down house.
Yeah, dude. My mom knew the people that lived in that house
I remember when they did it. I was there.
because then they just tore it down.
Well, it was a controlled burn. The
Oh,
city,
was it?
The city burnt it down.
Would they have like asbestos or something?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming asbestos or black mold usually why. Well, if it's black mold, they won't burn it because then the black mold gets into the smoke. But asbestos doesn't.
I just know that the city did that, and then the fire department put it out, and then now it's a grass patch. So.
Yeah, that dirt pile, that little dirt spot got smaller every year, but we had a good 3 years of fun.
I remember when we made like a whole workshop thing going on.
Well, yeah, because I had like the combines and the stuff.
Yeah.
I had the construction equipment.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I would, like, even by myself when we lived uptown, I had that bigger room. And I would just like play with the cars by myself for hours. Do you remember that big box TV I had? That was insane.
Here's the funny thing is we were like old enough that we probably shouldn't have done this anymore.
Dude, I'll be real honest. The last time I remember playing with my cars was maybe a month ago.
Dude, I legit would. Like I just don't have any. Like if you still had all of those racetracks and there was still some at our house, I'd probably play with them to this day.
It's so much fun, especially when you're by yourself.
Yeah, and you use your imagination.
Right.
Nobody's gonna make
like,
fun of you.
Like you control what happens.
Exactly.
Like those videos of like when like someone's football team loses.
See, I love those.
And you see those TikToks like Madden or something. It's like I had to blow off some steam. That's like what I would do.
See, I love those sprint cars, the diecast sprint cars we had.
You know how expensive? My grandma just asked me about those. You know how expensive those are nowadays? Oh, in the next town that has a gas station, they have BJ McLeod NASCAR diecasts because that gas station is a sponsor on the car. And I want to buy one. I was going to buy one, but now that I've paid all my bills, I don't have the money for it. So that's going to have to wait, or I'll just beg Mariah for it. But it's a next gen too.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like an actual like NASCAR
Like the ones you
authenticated.
have.
Yeah. Dude, the amount of money I've spent on that. I remember when my mom and I went to Kansas. I saved money to buy NASCAR diecasts, and I spent like $400. I'm pretty sure specifically 412. I think is what it was.
You bought one when we went, didn't you, to Texas?
Yeah, I bought his Kansas one from when you guys went to Kansas.
Yeah, and popped his tire doing his burnout.
Mm-hmm. That's a hobby that I hope I can pass on to my kids if it's still a thing.
I think it will be.
Like I need to start buying them again.
I think dirt track engine. Oh, you're talking just diecast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
Oh no, I'll definitely pass on going to dirt races. Well, if we start racing and get good at it and move up through the ranks, then my kids would probably have a good end. I mean, have you seen some of the World of Outlaw sprint cars drivers? I can fit in a sprint car.
Yeah, there's.
What's his name? Jason Sides was big.
Mm-hmm.
He don't race anymore. Tony Stewart was big when he was racing too.
Big.
Donnie Schatz is kind of on the bigger side too. He's more lean, but
he's probably
on the bigger side.
230, 240.
Well, and then who do they call the big unit? Austin McCarl. That dude's like 7 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I feel like if a 7 foot guy can fit in there.
No, we definitely with our car just get the one seat and then pad it for me.
Well, yeah, that would make the most like financial sense.
Yeah, and there's no need to buy two of them.
We need to maybe do some research, and probably after we're done here.
Do some mapping out
on where we can buy fire suits and helmets and gloves and shoes.
And I've got multiple people that have already. Well, I know some people about my age that have bought some cheaper fire suits. I can see what they got them.
Well, what is it, like All Star or something with the little like face with like the star?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? That's the cheapest. There's a guy on YouTube I watch. He just bought one. He's starting to race cars. He's from Canada though, so they use like the metric system. I don't know how that translates to us, but
Question.
no, dude, I'm so excited for that. It's such a dream of mine.
I've got multiple people that have said they would help out too. Like I've talked to Jeff Fink about it even, and he said that if I needed anything to let him know. So
I feel like if we could do it for a couple years and be good enough at it that we would do it in a different, like, want them spend the money to do it, I think for sure we can move up.
yeah,
My goal would be to get to stock cars,
I would love to race.
just
even
because I would want to beat Mike Nichols.
I would love to race a sport mod.
See, I wouldn't. I like watching the sport mods. I'm like Josh now. My favorite to go watch, like in Denison or something, would be like stock cars.
Oh yeah, because that's where that's the best class now.
Well, they
That's
do
where
call it the
everybody's-
class too damn tough to tame.
That's where
so.
everybody's going now too.
Well, and it's cheaper than having a modified or a B mod because it's all body panel. You don't have to
Buy all the
buy all the
Separate.
separate panels and
Right.
shit. Like I bet I can't imagine how much more expensive it is to race a modified. Especially with, have you seen how much chassis are going for now? Like 2024 chassis.
oh,
Chris
yes.
Abelson just started racing that new one, and it's like 11 grand just for the chassis.
What was I say? See, I don't understand how Jeff is still racing.
But he doesn't buy like brand new shit every year.
He doesn't make any money from racing.
Well, what does he do for work?
It's something with farming.
Well,
It's not his farm, but I know he works on a farm.
my dad didn't have a farm either, but he still made a lot of money from it. Granted, his last farmer boss fucked him over on his taxes, but my dad owned like 15 grand to the IRS. So I wonder now, like with his current state, I wonder if that gets forgiven.
That's not a me question.
I don't know who I would ask that. Not that I care. Plus, he
Right.
probably also has it paid off.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
No, it's gonna be fun if we can get it going.
I think we shoot for Super Nationals year 2.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna want to do it year 1. Just
But like I said, we never know. What happens if we're good?
right.
But then that would beg the question, who's going to race the car?
Whoever has the best year.
So me.
I bet we can get Kyle for a couple weeks.
Mm,
We'll see. I don't know.
depends on how tight the whip is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah. We've been doing what now? This will be about 45 minutes and 5 minutes.
How long do you want him to be?
Hour-ish, 45 minutes. It don't really matter. It's just like, can you think of anything else to talk about? Because I don't want it to get to a point where we're forcing ourselves to talk about something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there was definitely a story that I wanted to say, but I don't remember.
I feel like there's definitely stuff we could talk about too. I haven't thought of anything. Like thinking back of that story that I just told you about me stealing the car. I wanted to tell you guys that since I thought about it like a month ago.
And didn't you?
Because it's not something I wanted like to see someone's reaction.
Oh no, I did. I thought it was funny.
Ooh, we could wrap this up and just go play Rocket League or Fortnite.
We will do that, but that's why I brought the other TV out.
I know. I love that we unhooked that last night and then
And
it sat
didn't
on the
use it.
couch for 2 hours and then I just put it back in my room.
You say we unhooked. I couldn't even grab it, but
Oh yeah, because you wanted Pablo to grab it, but I just took it and you're like, Josh, no! And I just set it on the couch. That's funny. I wish I could see a computer, but I can't. It's most things that come out of your mouth.
I'm a blonde, so it's kind of how that works for me.
We could talk about. I don't know if you remember this like fully, but the night that I stayed there and Kyle said the quote.
I said it when you got up and we're gonna say the story.
Oh, did I?
Is that the sun?
Is that the sun?
Oh,
that was.
I'm telling you,
that's not really a story to tell. It's just funny, and
it's just funny.
I feel like it's not funny for anybody that wasn't there.
Well, here's the thing: is we were young, and it was light for us. It was only what time? 2 something.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3.
But we were young, so we didn't stay up that late.
That was like back when you thought that staying up late got you drunk, because that's kind of what it felt like some nights at your guys' house.
Because then it just would get so tired that everything was funny.
Like that was when I would talk when we would be up until like 2 or 3 in the morning. I also love that was so late for us, and now I'm up until like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't get off work until midnight, but still.
We're playing Xbox till 4:00 in the morning some nights.
That one morning we played until fucking 6.
Yeah. Well, the one morning you were at our house till 8.
Oh yeah, I went home and slept for 3 hours, then came back here and went to work.
Oh, see, that's like me last Friday. I hung out with Carson and all them, and then didn't go to bed till 5. Got up at 9, went to work at noon, and then didn't get off till 11:00 that night. I was like, oh my god. And someone asked why I was being a bitch that day, and all I said
now you know.
was, well,
Sleep.
it's been a day.
It's been a day. It's been more than a day.
I didn't want to be there.
You
know what I've heard a lot since I've gotten to college?
What?
And I don't know why. It's been fun, or it's been real. It's been fun,
but it
hasn't been real fun.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I used to say that all the time. Now, it's so funny bringing up, like, saying things. Like, you always, growing up, you always see the jokes about, like, Midwesterners saying, like, "ope," or,
yeah.
Well, it's about that time.
About that time.
I say all that shit all the time.
And without thinking about it.
Without thinking about it. I almost ran into someone at work the other night. I was like, oh, let me sneak past you. And as soon as I started walking away, I chuckled because I was like, God, that's so Midwestern of me to say. Yeah. And it's so weird. Like, it's so mind-boggling to me. Like, on the outside, I seem kind of stupid to most people, Right. I seem stupid or I'm an asshole. That's usually how people perceive me, especially, like, at work. But when I'm standing at the podiums by myself for the hour at a time, like, I'll just sit, and in my head, I'll get real philosophical. Like, do you know how weird it is in my brain that we're all one country, we all speak English, but you can go one state over and they sound completely different than what we sound.
Oh yeah, and even if you go to, like, I was just gonna bring this up. You go up to Minnesota, it's a hot dish, not a casserole.
Oh my god, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
But you know what? But think about it from their side. When we call it a casserole and it's a hot dish to them, we piss them off.
And you go down.
That's how wars start.
You go down to the South and it's either Coke or it's soda. It's not pop.
So it's really weird. So I used to call this pop, like only
you
pop.
Call it pop now?
And then, well, my aunt lived in Mississippi, so when I went down there, people called it soda. So I've called it soda from then on. This was in like 2011. I've called it soda for, what would it be, almost 13 years.
Right.
And now I don't even say soda. I just say beverage. I'll be like, can you bring me a beverage? Because I don't care what it is anymore.
Right. No,
or a bevy. I say bevy. I don't say beverage.
What was I gonna say? Like, if I'm in the South and I want a Coke, and they bring me a Dr. Pepper, I don't want a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's not Coke. I also hate when people, like, when you go to restaurants and they say, "What can I get you to drink?" It's a pet peeve when they don't tell me what kind of products they have. You need to say, "What can I get you to drink? We have Pepsi products, or we have Coke products, or hey, we have Coke products. What can I get you to drink?"
Because then you'll be like, "Well, I want a Coke." Oh, we have Pepsi products.
Yeah,
well,
can I get a Coke? Pepsi? That's not what I said. If you have Pepsi products, then I want a Dr. Pepper.
Right.
Or a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Or if you say, "Can I get a Pepsi?" Coke? No, then I want a Mr. Pibb or probably a Mellow Yellow or a root beer because I know Coke makes good root beer.
Yeah.
You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they do. They have.
What is theirs? Mug. Is it Mug or is it Barks?
I don't know.
Speaking of Barks, a grown-ass man the other day argued with me at the Hard Rock because he said it was Bargs. And I said, that is a Q. It is Barks. And I said, if you're going to be this upset about it, just say root beer.
Dude, I'm telling you, you could have stories for days at that place.
It's just some stories that I forget.
Yeah.
There was a guy that came in one day, hopped on something, came in just his boxers. Like, falling out of his little slit, everything. And when, I don't remember who the manager was, plus I'm not going to name drop him. So whoever my manager was that day went out to go talk to him. And he said something along the lines of, well, Jimmy Fallon brought me here on a spaceship.
What?
And we're just like, all right. There was also, just last week, this guy was in the bathroom. and he was naked in the bathroom, and he'd been in there for about 45 minutes. And that was apparently not the first time that he had done that. So when my manager went in to tell him, he's like, "Hey, dude, you got to put your clothes on. You got to go." He's just like, "Oh, all right." And then just put his clothes on and left. Did I tell you the story about the racist lady?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago.
They don't know, so I'll say it. This lady came in, and her husband comes in all the time. This might have been the first or second time I'd seen her, and her husband comes in and gets just absolutely plastered. He's had a couple instances where he walks into the bathroom. Why are you on your phone?
I'm just listening.
We're on a podcast, dude.
I know.
Anyway,
I ain't talking right now.
anyway, but like I said, I haven't really seen her. There was these two Arab gentlemen coming in, and they had a bag. We have a no bag policy unless it's a purse, and they were standing in the one walkway that we have open at the podiums, and all of a sudden she just goes, "Excuse me, excuse me." And so finally the one guy went to take the bag back outside. And
this lady didn't work here, right?
no, she was just a patron. And so the other gentleman like walked forward a little bit, but then stopped and turned around waiting for his friend to come in. And then the guy walks up to the guy that was at the podium, because I wasn't there. I was just walking by.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks up to him and goes, "Way to stand your ground."
To the girl?
No, to the guy at the podium, because he told him that he couldn't bring the bag in. And then I don't remember, how long have we been recording for this one?
Time.
Oh, this one will just be longer. This will just be the last one. Where was I at? Oh, and he said, "Way to stand your ground," and the guy at the podium didn't say anything. And then the lady stopped and turned, and she must have thought that this guy was looking at her, when in reality he was probably just looking that general direction, because that's where the doors were. And she looks at him and goes, "What? What?" And then I kid you not, I never thought that I would like see this or hear this myself. She goes, "This is America." And then turned around, and had they not walked out, I probably would have went up and said something. And then I felt really bad, because after they walked out, he walked up to the guy at the podium and showed him like his like visa and was like, "Well, I'm like here legally,"
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Then later that night, they came back in at my podium, and she was absolutely wasted. Like, they were obviously at the bars across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I told him, I said, "Ma'am, I can't let you in. You're showing way too many signs of intoxication." And she's like, "Well, we have a hotel here." Or, well, she said it drunkenly. But the guy was like, "Thank you." Like, you know, like, I think he wanted to go. He's usually the one that's drunk. But that story's not really funny. That's kind of a barn burner of a story, but
it's just,
it pisses me off, because that's the first time I've experienced like racism like that in person.
yeah. I mean, it shows you what people are like in this world out and about.
Right.
Like, I don't know how you have the brain to do something like that. Like,
she doesn't is the problem.
Exactly,
and I'm gonna be honest. When she did that, it was like an hour after I'd gotten to work, so it was like 5:30,
yeah.
and I think she was drunk already. But yeah, you got anything else you want to say?
No, not really.
Just anything. I'm gonna get all your like social media information. Post it in the
Pop it out.
Pop in the thing. Snap if you want me to. Yeah. You're newly single, so I mean, might as well.
Market's open.
Tom, let's throw up a graphic like under him or something with his Snapchat.
Cool.
I'll screenshot your snap
right
code, your little snap code, so then people just gotta.
Yeah.
We'll do that for you. We'll get you some bitches. Bad bitches.
No. I will say though, like, growing up is weird. Like, we were young and like everything was great and fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still fun now.
I mean, last night was fun.
I mean, I've had fun most of the days on campus. I mean, obviously there's been some where I wasn't having the best day, but no, it's been fun. I mean, it's just weird to think that, like, you always see it all the time when you're like 8, 9, 10, and you're like, what the heck's this number for? That's the year you graduate. Oh, that's way away. And then it's there, and it's like,
I will say, people, I've been asked this a couple times after I graduated high school and having to pay like my own bills and stuff. And when people say like, "What's the hardest thing you ever done?" I always tell them, growing up.
Yeah.
Growing up after you graduate high school is really hard,
mm-hmm.
because you kind of just get thrown. Like, they try to teach you things in high school, but you're not gonna be able to learn from things until you experience them.
Right.
Like once you become an adult. Like 2 years ago to now, being in my own house, like I pay my own rent, I pay my own bills, which I mean, I paid for car insurance since I had a car. I had that loan a year after I turned 18, you know. So like I've been paying for stuff. I've had a phone bill since I was a junior in high school. But growing up and doing like the actual bill stuff, it's super hard. And it's not an easy thing to learn how to do. Like Josh would be good. If he had to go live on his own right now, he's really good at controlling his money.
Right.
I'm not. And that's for me has been the hardest thing. But like I don't think you'll have a problem as much of a problem. And I'm not trying to like say I have it worse than anybody either, but like
No,
I didn't
yeah.
have both my parents either, so
Speaking of controlling money, we were sitting.
sorry, headphone users.
Yeah, my bad. We were, the night, I took took care of Steve the other night.
Mm-hmm. Simmons.
Yeah, that guy. And we were waiting for him to get into bed in the other person's room because we didn't want him to come back to our room. Because I didn't want to have to walk him over there in a separate building. So, we were taking care of him, and we were just sitting there waiting for him to get back into bed and go to sleep. And we were talking to one of the other kids on the bowling team. He's talking to us about DH Gate and about his Bengals jerseys, and I'm sitting there, I'm going, you got a good seller, because like his jerseys were good quality. Like I've had some good quality ones, I've had some bad quality ones from there. So I go on, first thing I see on this man's selling thing, Iowa Hawkeyes jerseys. I bought a yellow Cooper DeJean one. I bought the black Kid McNamara one, and then I bought a Cody Bellinger jersey.
Are those expensive on there?
Again,
well, like a normal jersey, like I just priced a hockey jersey at Shields. It was $160
See, that's the thing is I spent $100 on those 3 jerseys
altogether.
Yeah, all together.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Right, and the thing is those are the more expensive side on that website. Like you can get some for 16, 17, 18 bucks a piece. It's just it depends on the seller, and I don't mind spending a little extra to make sure it's actually good quality.
Right. I mean, and me either. You know.
Yeah. I love the website.
Either.
Sometimes it sucks because the shipping is all wacky, but
from China, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times, it can be anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months before you get whatever you ordered. But this guy that I was talking to about these jerseys said that he gets them within a few weeks. So
that's not bad. So yeah, shout out DHgate.
Shout out DHgate. Sponsor us.
Sponsor the podcast.
We'll buy more jerseys if you sponsor us. I've already dropped
the first payment can just be you sending me a Cowboys jersey.
I've already dropped a lot of money on your store, so
I haven't. I just found out about it yesterday.
Oh,
all right,
really?
Well, Lucas, I thanked you in Denton's episode, but they didn't get to see that obviously. So thank you for making the sign and the graphics.
Yep. Of course. Secondary career option.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
This is going to be the first episode now. So when this takes off, you will be the first episode of history.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm that
Do
guy.
you know how when Logan Paul's podcast, he says welcome back to the number 1 podcast in the world?
Yeah.
I'm going to start saying welcome back to the number 1 podcast you've never heard of. Because this ain't going to be featured nowhere.
Right. And it's your own little tagline to add to it, too.
I was going to end every episode with the She Ain't 280, She Ain't a Lady, but I think I'm just going to stay with Cut It Tom.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That was from the one night.
Yeah. I heard that on a show the other day.
Did you?
On a TV show, yeah.
I heard it a few times at college. Because one of the kids on the team, there's a little joke going around that the only people he, has a good time with is
the big bitches.
Yeah.
Fat bitches only.
And that's who he kind of hooks up
Bro,
with.
he should come on Fat Bitches Only.
The thing is he's a skinny, like 100.
Dude, those are the
kid.
ones that when you go out to the county fair and you fucking see these big old ladies and they got a little skinny guy behind them, it's because he only gets fed the scraps.
Yeah. And
shout out Larry the Cable Guy.
He said it quite a few times, and it was just like.
But yeah, dude. Well, like I said, you're gonna be podcast episode number 1 now.
Thought it was gonna be Mariah.
After that's what I was saying. Matt didn't show up, and then Mariah and I's timing just didn't coincide with us being able to record. So she'll be on. She'll be on for sure.
I'll be back
That's going to
on.
be an emotional episode with her, probably,
Probably.
for me. Yeah.
You guys have been through a lot. And
Well, and not only like us, but just what happened before we met too.
yeah.
Um,
No, I'll be back on sometime. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, and I think I might also do like maybe once or twice a month. I might just take this on the road.
I mean, it's not a big setup.
Well, I can take the sign with me,
down.
but yeah. So, episode number 1 was Lucas. I'd say thank you for coming, but you didn't come for this. This just happened to work
Kinda
out that we could do it while you were here.
came to spend some
I'll throw all
quality time.
your social media down, like your Instagram, TikTok. I'll throw your bowling stuff down. And if somehow this gets out and people want to sponsor Lucas and or the podcast
And the race car.
Yeah, Super Nationals winning race car in 2 years.
Yep. Two Ecotech motor in that thing.
So, all right, well, that was fun.
It was.
I'm gonna fist bump on my guests though. Appreciate you being on.
For sure.
Episode number 1.
It's been good.
Yeah. So, thank you everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. Cut it, Tom.